flat right narrows and left 2, don't cut.
Oh!
Get us off here quick, please.
Okay, we just killed a few people there. We're gonna keep going though, we didn't crash, theoretically.
Left 3.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a brand new video on WRC 10 anniversary mode, episode number 2. Let's get into it, and if you haven't watched the previous episode, go and check it out. It was an absolutely stunning episode, driving a lot of legendary cars like the Peugeot 205, the Audi Quattro, the Alpine, around amazing locations like the Acropolis Rally, Italy with San Remo. Absolutely insane episode, go and check it out. We did 5 events on the previous episode. These are the ones we did: Acropolis Rally, Rally San Remo, Rally Monte Carlo with the Peugeot 205, and Rally New Zealand, ending it with a phenomenal Group B car. This time round, we've unlocked the first event from the Group A era. It's the Acropolis Rally yet again, driving the Lancia Delta of Juha Kankkunen, as you can see right there. So without further ado, let's get into it and check out this car. In 1987, with Peugeot withdrawing from the WRC as Group A was abolished, Juha Kankkunen joined Martini Racing and drove the Lancia Delta 8F 4-wheel drive Group A car. This new car would quickly have to prove itself in a season with very different regulations. To make matters worse, there was tension within the team. Kankkunen's initial role was to help the favourite, Miki Biachon, win first place. But would the WRC 1986 World Champion really be content with playing second fiddle? I don't think so. As I've already told you, Kankkunen is a legend of the sport. Miki Biachon is actually a very good driver, not a legend of the sport we should say. So they had 2 of the best drivers inside the team, driving probably the best car that has ever been driven by any driver in this sport. This is the most successful rally car to have ever competed in the WRC. So the arrival of Group A, Lancia Delta, Acropolis Rally, let's get into it. Here we are back in my home country, the beautiful Greece, the Acropolis Rally, which is actually going to be live this weekend, from Thursday obviously. 34th Acropolis Rally 1987, driving the Lancia Delta Group A. You can see this car looking very good actually. I think this car was actually put into the game in WRC 8, but it looks different, it looks more polished overly. Juha Kankkunen, let's go.
4,
Let's check out this car from outside, listen to the sound.
Go. 30, left 4, short 50.
Sounds
right
quite
6,
well.
tightens into right, left 6, brake.
This is the inside. You can see the R-berth indications
Into
there.
left 3, into right 3, definitely don't cut. 30. Left 4, brake, tightens 3, medium, into left right 4.
Pretty nice interior, not gonna lie.
And left 3, keep in, don't
Gonna
cut.
be moving
into
now
right 2,
to
cut.
the other camera and give you the welcome very shortly.
Left 3, tightens,
Just
into
really
right
wanted to
4.
show you everything they've done, like from the inside
Left
work,
3, tightens,
how
don't
they've
cut, and
designed
right
the
4, don't
cars.
cut, narrows 30. Left 3, tightens, and
This is the
flat
camera
left
I'm gonna be
30.
using. Bring up the welcome as well, just to let you see how I'm driving.
Left, keep left, into left 5, bumpy, tightens, into flat right 30. Caution, rock in, left 5, tightens, into right 4, short 50. Right 3, keep in, 30.
This is a different
Junction,
stage
keep in left,
we're driving
80.
right now. Very
Left in
well
right,
balanced
small
car,
cut,
this
four,
one.
short, tightens 3,
Honestly
keep into right
impressed
2, 50.
at the moment.
Caution, left 2, tightens 30. Right 2, small cut, narrows, into left 2, rock in. Into right 2, into left 3, narrows, and right 3, tightens 2, small cut. And left 4, tightens 3, medium, and right 2, medium, 30. Left 1, into left right 2, and left 3. And left 2, keep into right 1, small cut, and left 2, short, small cut, 30.
The stage has
Right
such
3,
a nice
tightens,
flow
left
into
3,
it.
short, tightens 2,
It's not
narrows,
something
30.
very special, but I really like the flow you're getting into with this stage. And also something for the sounds. A lot of people saying they're still not as good as Dirt. Well, we know that. Obviously, some people might have a different taste, you know, in the engine sounds. But you have to admit, they've done huge steps forward. This is massively better than the previous games on the historic cars. Like, this is nothing like we had. This is miles better. You have to give like credits to the developers for improving.
Right 4, small cut, into right
That was
left
a bit of a
6,
mistake there.
into right 5,
Thank God it didn't cost us a lot. Nice slide there. Four-wheel drive, obviously. You know it's got some very good traction, this car.
Right 2, small cut, 70.
I love the elevation changes from into the hairpins and into the slow corners.
Right 2, short.
There we go now into the different gravel section. This is a much rougher gravel, much difficult to navigate the car through there. There's a lot of... You have to be very careful. It's also a very tight section, very slow as well.
Right 4, don't cut, into left 4, medium, 30. Right 2, short, small cut, into left 3, narrows. And bumpy, left 4, into right 1. And right 4 and left 4, tightens into right 4, into left 5, medium, tightens 2, rock out. And right 5, short, don't cut, into left 5, short, crest, keep middle, into left 4, into right 2, tightens, widens. Into narrows, right 4, tightens, into left 3, short, and left 3, tightens, into right 3, keep into left 2.
Back to the smooth gravel now. Feeling a little bit easier here now.
Right 2 and left 3, medium, keep in.
But this car is such a nice car to drive. Probably the most easy car, I would say, to drive. Makes you feel very confident in it. The brakes are great. There's a lot of traction. It's very nimble, very mobile through the corners. Literally facing absolutely no issues with it. And that's the end. What a great stage. Obviously, 5:57 was the time to beat, and we made it. Absolutely insane. What a car. What a car. Brilliant car, brilliant feeling. The stage, as always, I really like the Greek stage. This Greek stage is actually very, very good. And the car massively improved, I think, from the previous game. I felt the force feedback was much better on gravel than it was previously, because I've driven this car on the last game on a gravel stage and it didn't feel the same. This time it felt very great. It felt like I had everything under control. So they made the car feeling better. Obviously the sound is massively improved from the previous game. Much more enjoyable to listen to the car while driving. What can I say? Very good experience. Let's move now into the next objective, which I have no idea what it actually is. There we go. We've just unlocked the final piece of the Group B era, the Lancia 037, a car that I was particularly disappointed with last year on the previous game. It felt horrendous. You couldn't drive this car, so I'm very curious as to how it's gonna feel now, especially on a stage like the Acropolis Rally. So yeah, it was the last rear-wheel drive car to win the WRC. Remember, up against the four-wheel drive Audi Quattro, something that no one knows how they did it, but they somehow made it, and it's probably one of the main reasons that Lancia is considered the best manufacturer of the rally. In the history of rallying. They literally beat a four-wheel drive Audi Quattro with this rear-wheel drive Lancia 037, and then they managed to drive with the Delta, and they were even more dominant. So, but this was probably the biggest achievement at the time. So the Lancia 037 was developed to meet the specification of the legendary and spectacular Group B introduced in 1982. This category, which replaced Group 4, definitely drew attention. Fewer restrictions in terms of materials, aerodynamics, mass and power meant unprecedented power and performance. Unlike other manufacturers, Lancia opted to focus on a lightweight design with rear-wheel drive and composite materials. Tried, tested and tuned a year before, what could the Lancia 037 achieve this time? Such a legendary car, obviously. 325 horsepower, 950 kg, 320 Nm of torque, and driven by the legend himself, Walter Roll, two-time world champion with the Fiat Abarth, and he was the main man that helped Lancia win the Constructors' Championship in that season with that rear-wheel drive car. Let's get into it. I'm really hoping that this car is going to feel better than the last game, because otherwise this is going to be probably the hardest objective of this sort of anniversary mode. And there we are, 30th Acropolis Rally, driving as Walter Roll. That is going to be one epic ride, especially if the car feels as it's supposed to feel. Just like in their Rally 2.0, this is one of my favorite cars. So they've got a very tough competitor in this one.
4,
let's check out
3,
the car.
2, 1, go. 30, right 4, short, keep into left 4, short, into right 3, short, 30. Right 3, tight.
Yeah, it's
5,
definitely drivable. That's all I'm gonna say.
Into right 4, tightens 2, rock in, don't cut.
They knew that this car
4,
was
20.
undrivable when they released it. They must know it, because
left 4, into right 4, definitely don't cut.
on the previous
Into left
game
3, tightens,
I would have
short.
spun out 100 times now
Into right
by this
4,
point.
caution, tightens 2, and
This
left
is
2,
much better
tightens.
than what it used to be. Still not perfect, obviously. I'm still like
Into right 2 and left 3, into right 3.
their Rally
narrows,
2.0
keep
literally
right.
masters rear-wheel drive cars. So you can't really beat their Rally 2.0
Into
on
left
rear-wheel
3
drive
and
cars.
left
These
2,
cars
downhill.
feel absolutely amazing on their Rally 2.0. Oh, I
Into flat
fucked
right,
up.
caution over crest, right 5, short, rock in. Into left 4, short, hard brake, into right 2, keep in,
Ooh.
30. Right 3,
That's
short,
nice, that's
rock in,
very,
into
very
left 4,
nice.
cut, 30. Left 4, short, hard brake, and hairpin left, 30.
Okay, we just
Left 4,
fucked
short,
up.
hard brake, and hairpin left, 30.
Let's redo that, I guess. It still doesn't, like, it's drivable now, the car,
Left
but
180.
it's not how it should be. It's a very
Left 2, don't cut,
difficult
opens,
car
into
to
left 2,
drive. It
keep
doesn't
in.
feel very natural. The rear should be detached automatically on the corners, just like in their Rally 2.0. They still have a few issues with rear-wheel drive
Left 4, cut,
cars
into right
here
3, cut,
on
80.
Kiloton. Hopefully they will sort them out eventually, but for the time being, it's just not really.
Left 3, don't cut.
It's still a nice experience. No, I'm not saying that, you know, driving this car around the Acropolis, but
short, 30.
I would love them to do even better with the rear-wheel drive cars, because four-wheel drive is absolutely there. Like the Lancia Delta was a beauty to drive. This one is still nice, fun. It has a weird learning curve though, which you have to learn if you want to drive this car.
And left 5.
But it's not like a moment that I would tell you need to drive this car 100% on this game.
Caution, left 4, short, into left
Whereas
1.
it should have been. Like, it's such a great car that people should
Into flat right.
want to drive this car, but if you literally drive it, you're not going to be that much impressed to want to drive it again. Which is a bit of a shame for such a legendary car. Obviously, this is my opinion. You might actually drive this car and be like, oh god, this is amazing. But obviously, you're here to listen to my opinion.
Right 2. Left 2, tightens, cut, into right 3, keep in. And left 1, 80.
Yeah, the sound is also very fucked up, I'm gonna say. This is not how it sounds on first gear. It sounds like it's fucking breaking down or something. Very weird sound.
Into narrows, left 6.
Literally, they've improved the sound so much on the other cars that this feels like just a weird change they made.
And caution, left 4, short, rock in, into right 2.
I don't like
tightens
the.
3,
I'm not
out.
really impressed. Actually, no, not impressed. I don't like the engine
Left
sound
3,
on this car.
tightens, into right 2,
It doesn't
and left
feel
1,
right.
medium.
But this only happens on first gear. On first gear,
Into flat right
it just
and
sounds
flat
like it's
left
breaking
medium.
down. The rest is fine. Not amazing. I'm not impressed. Better than what we
Five
had,
into
as
finish.
always. But the thing on first gear, it's just very, very weird. Oh, just about finished. It's gonna be a success, obviously. It seemed like a very, very easy event. with Walter also. Another objective has just been completed. We've actually crashed once, but it's still fine. We've just made it, and yeah, what can I say? I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed with the Lancia 37. It's much better than the last game. It's 100% drivable. You can actually drive it for once in the franchise, but it still isn't up to par with the rear-wheel drive cars on Dirt Rally 2.0. It still feels like a very difficult car. It's a car that I'm never going to be driving again in this game, that's for certain. And as I've already told you, this is not a good thing to say about such a legendary car. As for the sound as well, it was very weird on first gear. It sounded like it's breaking down all the time, which really doesn't make sense. But yeah, I guess we're just going to move on to the next one and hope it's going to be much better than what we've just experienced with this car. It's still, though, a nice little addition, you know, driving this car around the Acropolis and all that. It's fine. It's not so bad, but we've had everything we've done so far in this mode was much better. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, let's move to the next one, boys. And now what we've unlocked is Rally New Zealand Toyota Celica of Carlos Sainz, the brand new car in the game yet again. So yeah, I think this is the car that gave Carlos Sainz all his world championships. Toyota and the Toyota Celica. What a car, legendary car. And yeah, for Carlos Sainz, the previous 1991 season had been incredibly frustrating. He missed out on the WRC driver started by only 7 points, despite winning 5 rallies. In 1992, Oriol and Kankkunen, both with Lancia, were once again in a very close contest with Sainz. The Rally New Zealand, the midpoint of the championship, would be decisive. I don't remember if he won the championship with this car. I think he has won the championship with that car in 1992. But whatever the matter is, this is such a legendary car. What a car, what a driver. Considered by many the very best to actually touch a rally car wheel. 300 horsepower this car had from the Group A era, obviously. 1.120 kg and 460 Newton meters of power. We're going to be driving this around the stage of New Zealand. And I can't wait to drive this car. Let's get into it. Nice little glitch there. Cameraman just inside my car somehow. But either way, 22nd Rally New Zealand, 1992. Driving as Carlos Sainz in this beautiful Toyota Celica. What a car, honestly. This is such a legendary car. Let's get into it. Let's drive it.
3, 2, 1, go! Flat left into flat right.
Ooh.
4 long, tightens into right 3.
Nice little pops and bangs there.
And left 4
The
cut,
interior
into right 4 tightens.
looking good. Not too much into it though. I don't know if it was that
Into left 4,
simple
right 5
as well
brake,
back in the day.
tightens 3. Into left 5, keep into right 4. Left 4 into right 5 over crest 30. Left 5 into right 4 into left 5, keep middle.
I'm going to be moving now into this camera, and I'm probably going to be putting my lights as well.
Hairpin right into left 4, tightens. Into right 4 short and left 4 cut. Into right 3 and left 4 narrows. Into right 2 and left 5 long, tightens. Brake into right 3 and danger, kinks, narrows. Left 5 into right 6, into left 6. And right 6, very long, tightens 5, long, narrows. Right 5, tightens 2 and left 4. Into right 5, into left 5. Into right 5, into left 6. Into right 4, keep in, tightens, and right 3, don't cut, fence out. Into left 4 short and right 5. Into left 4 tightens, don't cut. Into right 5, keep into left 5, short 30. Open hairpin left 30. Open hairpin right through gate at junction. And left 4 tightens 2, 30. Right 4, keep into left 2, open.
It's as if I've already driven this car. I mean, it's a 4-wheel drive car, Group A. It shouldn't really have something amazing.
Left 4 long narrows,
Similar to the
and
Lancia
right 5
Delta, I would
narrows.
say. Maybe a little bit worse. I really like the Delta. But it's still a very decent car.
Into left 5 tightens 3, into right 5. And left 2, keep into right 3 at junction.
As we make a slight mistake there, but nothing too costly.
Into left 5 short and left 4
It still
short.
drives well, but it's not really impressing me, just like the
Into right
Lancia
3
Delta
long,
did.
Into left 3, into right 3 tightens.
Or even the Corolla. I think there's the Corolla still in this game from the previous one, so Corolla is an amazing car. I would probably prefer it over this. Carlos Sainz wouldn't.
And right 5 narrows.
The Corolla costed him a championship in the final stage due
Into
to
left 3,
a mechanical
into
failure,
and
so
right 3 tightens.
he's not really probably a fan of the
Left 3
Corolla.
tightens, into
Yeah, this car can give you an enjoyable ride, that's for
left
certain.
4 cut and right
But an
4
easy one, I
small
would
cut.
say. It's not a car that is going to really fight
Left
with
4
you,
and right.
as we're about to end this stage now. Coming very, very,
Over tarmac
very
and
close to
flat
the end of
left
it.
Over 80.
What a stupid mistake. Couldn't press on the brakes there, a little bit earlier.
Flat right long into finish.
Bit of tarmac now to end the stage, a few flat corners. Into 6th gear to end this stage. A very easy one. Nice little car, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously a very easy objective, I would say. As it should have been, you know, Carlos Sainz was a pretty dominant driver, obviously. With that Toyota Celica, he literally mastered it, let's just say. And yeah, very nice car, very nice stage. I don't know if I would like to drive this car around the Acropolis Rally and compare it to the Lancia Delta and how it feels, but for the time being I think the Delta is just a little bit better than this car, but still a very fun car to drive, and you shouldn't miss out on it. I think it's such a legendary car that you just have to drive it at least once in this game. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, which I have no idea what it's going to be, because I think we've literally finished the Group A and the Group B, or so. I don't know where we're moving on to now. So as you can see right here, what we've got remaining right there is one last event with a Group 4 car. We've completed all the Group B objectives. We're now about to complete all the Group A objectives. The new objective that has just been unlocked is Juha Kakkonen with a Toyota Celica around the Safari Rally of 1993 with a legendary Castrol livery. This one was the previous Marlboro livery of Carlos Sainz. And right here on the next section, these are actually DLC content. You probably don't have that on your game if you haven't bought the DLC of the Mitsubishi, and if you haven't pre-ordered the game to get the Subaru. But this is a whole different category. We're probably going to be doing that on the next episode, and I think this one right here is going to be the final objective of this episode. Like Bezos 6 years earlier, Lancia dropped out of the 1993 season and Juha Kakkonen returned to Toyota, where he had started out in the early 1980s. With Juha behind the wheel, the Toyota Celica 2-bore 4-wheel drive ST185 was put to the test in the Rally Kenya. Also known as the Safari Rally, was created in 1953 to commemorate the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. This especially demanding round for both human and machine was originally a pure endurance rally with a route of up to 6,000 kilometers. It is still regarded as the most difficult rally in the world. It really is, even though it was a bit disappointing, as it was actually, the return happened this season and people were like, this is way too short, this is not a proper safari and all that stuff, but it was still a fairly enjoyable safari rally. Maybe not the most challenging rally, because it was a bit too short, not a lot of elevation changes and all that. But for now, this is the historic Safari Rally. We're driving this beautiful Toyota Celica with all the Safari Rally customization. You can see all those little things on the car, which were put only specifically. The cars were specifically designed for this rally. That's how hard it was back in the day. So 300 horsepower, as always, 460 Newton meters of power, the same pretty much characteristics. Juha Kakkonen, we're driving as him yet again, the legend. And I can't wait to see how the car looks with all those modifications that has been put on there for the Safari Rally. So let's get into it. Final objective of this episode. So yeah, let's get into it, boys. Safari Rally, and it's actually raining. Look at that. It's the same old stage that we know from the previous game, obviously, but it's actually raining, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge to complete the 4:23 reference time. Oh god, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Looks beautiful with those Safari Rally. I actually do have that car. Let me show you that with the exact modifications. There it is. Focus. There you have it. Toyota Celica. It's not the exact same. This one is actually... No, it is the exact same, yeah. And it's Juha Kankinen. Yeah, it's Juha Kankinen's Toyota Celica from the Safari Rally. So exactly the same car. This is what we're driving. Beautiful little car. What a car, honestly. Legendary cars we're driving in this series. So let's get into it. Let's just get into it.
Let's go. 100. Flat right into left 6. Into right 5.
This car looks beautiful. I love that livery, to say the least.
Into right 3 and left 5, tightens.
Oh, you can't see anything. Look at that. On the front left there, you can see the sort of like thing they had for the Safari Rally. I don't really know how to explain it as for what it was and what it was needed for, but I know that some cars used it even on that Safari Rally, on the lower categories like WRC 2.
Into flat right, bumpy, tightens.
The conditions are very, very hard indeed.
Caution, hard brake for square left, don't cut. Flat right narrows and left 2, don't cut.
Oh!
Get us off here quick, please.
Okay,
into flat
we
right
just killed a few
narrows
people there.
2, don't cut.
We're gonna keep going though, we didn't crash,
into right
theoretically.
2, into left 3. And fast kinks, don't cut, and fast
I need
kinks,
to
don't
open the
cut.
lights as well. You can't really see anything. These are amazing conditions.
Right 3, don't cut, narrows into
This
fast
is worth
kinks,
it,
don't cut.
100%.
And left 5 and right 3, into left 3, 50.
Very close to the barrier.
Caution, left 2 into right 2, don't cut. And kinks, jump and left 5, narrows. Into right 5, very long, tightens. And caution, jump into right 4, 50. Kinks, narrows and kinks, keep in. Brake for square right, 50. Left 5 long and left 4 narrow.
This is amazing. The conditions make this whole
Into
objective
water, jump, 50.
so immersive. Into the water.
5 short, into left 5 tightens, 3 short.
Didn't really jump.
Into
We
right
didn't carry
3,
enough
right
speed.
5, 80. Caution, right 4 tightens, very narrow. Widens 400, jump 200.
Ooh. Into the wide area now. Full speed now. Ooh, the paddles moved us a little bit there.
Water 300.
I really slowed us down.
Caution, narrows right.
The rain has
Right
dropped
5
off
short,
a little
into
bit.
left 6, 80.
It's a little bit of a light rain now. Not that much. But it's still such a challenging objective, this
Left
one.
6, bumpy,
With all
keep
the
into right
mud, the
6.
rain.
Left 4 tightens,
Especially if you do it
into right 4
from
tightens.
the camera that I'm doing it right now. Oh, very close there to ending it all.
And right 6 into flat left, bumpy.
Avoiding the water on that corner.
Into flat right, into flat left, bumpy, tightens.
A few flat corners apparently
Into
now.
right 5.
And these are the last couple of corners across the finish line. This is a 420. Did we make it? Yes, we made it. Let's go. Let's go. And what an event that was. Insane event. That has to ride. What is that car? Damn, top 4 is full of Toyota Celicas though. What a car. What a car. I loved it. And I love the fact that they've actually put this Toyota Celica with a Safari Rally modifications. It's something we don't have on the Rally 2.0. It's very nice cosmetically, and also Safari Rally with rain. And this car was an amazing combination. 100% try it out. I'm impressed by the whole combination and the immersion that the game gives you under these conditions. But yeah, this was the last event I'm gonna be doing. I feel exhausted after this event. Like, it was such an immersive experience that it really takes a lot of energy from you to be really immersed into that. Just drive the car and achieve the appropriate time to finish this objective. So as you can see right there, that was it for the Group A era. We've completed the Group B era, and we've just unlocked the final Group 4 event, which I'm gonna leave for next episode. I'm a bit exhausted, I've been driving for quite a lot, and I think it would be a nice way to end this video with that event in order to move on to the modern WRC cars on the next one. But I think it can wait, it can really wait, and we're going to be doing that on the next episode. We're going to drive it as Michelle Mouton, the legendary female driver in the WRC, which has who's also won the Acropolis Rally. But yeah, I'm going to leave that for the next episode. And yeah, we've also got, as you can see there, the Subaru and the Mitsubishi for the next video as well. I was actually planning to make separate videos on those cars, but since they have the events, I might just leave them as that, or maybe make a separate video. I don't know, it really depends on what you want to see. And then we've got the current World Rally Car. So we've got 5, 7, 8 objectives. So it might actually take us, instead of 3 episodes, 4 episodes. But for now, this was the end of episode number 2. Please smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay tuned with all the latest WRC 10 content, all the content I actually post on this channel. Ring that bell also to get notifications for any new videos. Follow me on Twitter, share this video with any of your friends that are looking for fresh WRC 10 content. And until next video, boys, it's been your boy TM, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. Let me get that off your mind. It really don't matter, you a Scorpio tonight, and it's. I know you hear all the time, but I got to know what's your sign. I know you hear all